Right.
Okay. So if you remember last time we kind of went over proportions, right?
Huh?
So last time, remember, it was what, Friday, I think? We went over proportions a little, just kind of as a review. Remember we had two fractions, like 3/5 equals, 2 over 60, we cross multiplied. And so today we're going to be just going over, reviewing over proportions with similar figures. Which, just a quick review. I know last week you all did really well in doing these, but I'm just going to do a quick example of a proportion that we did last week. And I'd like to just go and you'll be writing your boards and we're going to just go through this problem real quick. So this problem we have will be, you have 2/5 equals x over 20. So, I've got that. So just go and write that on your board, and then in these problems that we worked with last week, what was the first step? Cassie, what was the first step that we need to do?
I wasn't here.
Were you not here Friday? Okay, that's okay. Well, the first step, obviously, we've already written down a problem. Our next step, we're going to cross multiply, right? So which numbers are going to be times 2 and 20? And what's 20 times 2? You can do it on 40. So you got 40. We don't know what 5. We don't know this one yet, do we? So we have. What were you going to say, Cassie?
I was just going to say we had to do next.
And what were we going to do next?
Divide the 5 by 40.
Exactly. Now what is 40 divided by 5? That's correct. So our answer for this one, because it was an X or it was just blank, would be 8, right? So we'd have 8. And I just once again, you all did really well on the worksheet we did last week on Friday. So which once again today we're going to be going over similar figures as we go through proportions. And I handed you out all just a few steps to go through for solving problems or proportions with similar equations, or with similar figures, sorry. But the first one, who can read to me the first one, the first step? It's 1A. On your papers right here that I handed out, what does the first step say that we have to do?
Determine the corresponding sign of each figure, including what sign needs to be solved.
Exactly. So that's the first part that will help us in solving for a proportion with figures. And what is our, Cassie, can you read to us the second step in part 1, so 1B?
Yeah. Find the corresponding side for both figures that have a number. Write the numbers down as a fraction. The smaller figure's number goes on top, and the larger figure's number goes on bottom.
Exactly. And this is kind of the trickier part. But just the most important thing we need to remember is our larger figure. Because you remember when we have the two figures, like if I did, for an example, if I had this is one of my figures, and this is one of my figures. We're going to take the smaller number, like let's say that we have 3 right here. Oh, we get that pen that works first. Alright. If we had like 3 right here, and 1 on, and 9 on the bigger one, 3 is going to be the one on top, right? Because it's on the smaller figure. So we're going to have 3, and we're going to have 9. And so, Natalie, what does 1C say that we're supposed to do?
Write equal signs next to the fraction.
So we're going to write equal sign right next to the one that we just created. So we just write an equal sign. And Canada, what does 1D say on the paper that I gave you say for us to do in helping us to solve these questions?
Now write the fraction for the corresponding side that you need to solve. The smaller figure's number or side for goes on top, and the larger figure's number or side you need to solve for goes on top.
Exactly. So let's say if we were looking for this side, you know, this, we'll say this side is x. And we'll say this side is 2. So once again, we're just going to kind of do what we did on this side. We're going to take our smaller figure, number, and that'll be on the top. And we don't know what our larger figure is, right? We just know that it's x. So we'll have that right there. And now we're kind of to the point that we have our proportion, we have our fraction, right? So it looks similar to what we did last time. So what's the next step? What's 2 on our sheets? We're going to cross multiply, right? So we do 9 times 2 and then 3 times x. And we're not going to go through that because we just barely went through that. But what's our last step? Laura, what's our third step? The last one we do. After we times these numbers, we're going to do what? In order to find division. So we're going to divide it in order to find our missing number, right? Or our missing side. So we'll do an example. Let's do, alright. This might look a little familiar. We're going to have, and you can, if you could go ahead and write this problem on your whiteboards, and we can go through this together. We got A, B, C. On this side we have 4. This side we have 9. And we have a next figure, which is bigger, kind of a larger figure. We have D, E, and F. And we'll have 10 right there. You ready these down, Shaylee? Lars, let's go and write this down your whiteboard. I know you're tired. I'm feeling a little tired with you too, and I know you can do this. So, alright, Kevin, let's go ahead and write this on your whiteboard, okay? Follow along. Alright. So, our first step, what was our first step that we went through? I think. Dex in here, so I'll just hold on to this for him. We're going to determine which ones are corresponding, right? Is AB the same as DE? So we got AB is right here, DE right here. Those sides corresponding, do they look similar?
Yeah.
They look similar, right? What about AC and DF?
Yeah.
So forth, EF and BC we know. We know that. Now, let's go and find our corresponding side for both figures that have a number. Which sides have numbers on them? Natalie? 4 and 10. Which number are we going to have? Go ahead and actually write on your boards which numbers we're going to be putting in our first fraction. So which number is going to be on the top and which number is going to be on the bottom. Just put it up. That's correct, Shaylee. And just go and hold up your board once you have that. You got 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Exactly. Correct. And what did you have, Cameron? 4. It'd be 4 over 10, right? And our next step, what is our next step we're going to do? What needs to go next to the 4 tenths? Cassie? Equal sign. Natalie? The equal sign, right? Now we need to find, oh, I didn't even put it here. But we're looking for EF. We don't know what EF is. Okay? So we want to find EF. So what is going to be our next, what is going to be on our top number? Is it going to be EF? Or will it be 9? 9. So it looks like we'll have EF. So now it looks again like what we've been doing in the past. So exactly, good job. So cross multiply, and what did we get? So 10 times 9 is what? And if you have it ready, you can just tell them. What did you get? 90. Okay? And it's going to be over 4 because we don't know EF. And a couple of you have already shown up, but what did you get for your answer? That's correct. Good job, Cassie. So 9 divided by 4. You all get that? What's 9 divided by 4?
Hi.
Exactly. Right. Good job. Okay.
Oh, right now? Yeah, well, they're in.
All right. Just very.
Okay,
let's
I
go
will
over
have
just
that
a,
right now.
let's go over another one, just very quick.